Um, an update. Um, it's been really hard. The past month, month and a half, I have been super stressed out and went to the doctor twice and went to the hospital. Swollen lymph nodes and inflamed ribs, and it's all due to stress. That was completely stressed me out. She's letting her boyfriend basically spoon feed her. Now thinks it's true. He and my mother are probably some of the biggest bullies. Actually, I had the pain of knowing I feel really lost. My mother's being like this. She has always thrown me away for men, and time again, she claims that she won't. And every time, she's let her boyfriends abuse me. The first time, her boyfriend abused me for 7 years. Military punishment, and worse, 7 years. And when I got put in a program for severe depression and anxiety and stuff like that, he blew his head off. So he kind of took the easy way out after writing me this letter, kind of a convoluted letter. I found the one he wrote my mother, excuse me, years later, and she blamed me for suicide. Then she had a couple of other boyfriends along with this one that's really done a number on my self-esteem. This past month, my husband watched me go from a happy housewife to what I am today. Understand why even he is bullying me. We don't understand any of this, but I could take all the bullies back in high school and middle school, elementary school. I have this really big hole in my heart from my own mother. I don't know if I feel worse because my father's last text me before he died makes me feel like that. My mother's like 72 years old. What if she dies hating me for something I didn't even do? It really hurts. That I didn't do anything wrong. My church family does. They've been around the clock praying for me. That's awesome. It's taken so much out of me. I went to the hospital because I was dry heaving all day, and I just couldn't take it anymore. Hospital really didn't find anything, so now I know it's just stress related. I wish all this would go away. I don't understand why my mother threw me away 4 times, and my dad threw me away, and my brother threw me away. Family bullies are sometimes worse than the average bully. Whether it be on the job, in school, pick a place. Bullies can make you so low that you don't want to get out of bed. Lately, it's really affected my fibromyalgia attacks. So I feel like in the neck, and that's one of the main places for fibro attacks. And it also makes it very hard to get out of bed because of the aching muscles and bones. Due to the stress My mother and her boyfriend have put me under with my mother. But I can never forgive him. All I can say is thank you, Jesus, for my essentially become my mom. In fact, I was on the phone today. You're crying. My stepmom has been there since day one. This, so I'm very lucky to have people to talk to. And that you can tell I feel really lost. I'm sorry, this is not like one of my happier videos. I guess, I'm gonna have some days where I just can't be all cheerful all the time. That's not what these series are about. Facing an eating disorder, I've down to a size 16, and now I'm really, really afraid to gain too much weight. So like everything I, eat, I wonder, oh, how many calories does it have? How many fat grams? It has been crazy. When we go out to eat, I try not to do that. For eating, and it's a vicious cycle. So sometimes I am my own bully because I don't feel pretty. I don't feel, like, it's very hard to explain. Other people would say I'm pretty. Other people would say I'm not. It's all because of bullying. It has literally. I wish I knew what to do, what to say to get out of this. I didn't deserve what was done to me. I surely didn't. I know there's got to be people out there that are feeling the same way I am. All I can say is find somebody to look up to. You, my stepmom and stepdad. I can always count on them. Count on my husband. Thank God. If I knew those two stars personally, I would, give praise to them too. Full of energy and love, and I don't think they would ever bully somebody in their life. As you'll hear me mention time and time again, Tyra Banks and Queen Latifah. Everything that people should strive to be. I wish I could kind of be like that, but I have no self-confidence anymore. I used to. I thought I could do anything. Lost who I am. I've lost that sense of self. There's everything going on. I don't understand a lot. I'm able to cry now in front of my church family, dad, and in front of my husband. I'm still working. Hard because when my mother's first boyfriend was around, I wasn't allowed to cry inside. If I cried, I would just get hit all the more. Or if I cried when I was kneeling on the brick walls for over an hour with my shins digging into the bricks, and drilling me and questioning me. That was so much bullying. I almost didn't make it through that. That was almost every day. He was the ultimate Muslim man. He ran my brother out, but I told him he could do nothing on this earth that would keep me. Like, I would never move out. So the abuse went full force on me because he had been very abusive to my brother. My brother ran. It's why another reason I don't understand. I stayed home to protect my mother so she wouldn't get hurt. And this is the thing second. I get torn down. And sometimes I just wonder if I'm even doing the right thing, like, you know, with her. But all she wants to do is text messaging, and I just don't have time for that. I have 4 dogs and a cat that need my constant care, laundry that needs to be done, cooking and cleaning that need to be established. I don't have time to text. If you want to pick up the phone, call me, then call me. If not, then just leave me alone. I guess I'm having a hard time finding anything else I want to say tonight. But in the future, um, I hope you guys, learn something from these videos. More and more, I'll read the book that I was trying to have published. A lot of bullying topics. Have a great night, and try to find somebody you look up to. Try to tell somebody what's going on.